Um, Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome to Coding Improv, episode 4. So in this show, I'm going to take suggestions from the Twitch chat, and then I'm going to attempt to build an app in under an hour that incorporates all of those suggestions. We have past episodes code here on GitHub. We have all of the past episodes up on YouTube, and you're watching episode 4 right now. So what I'm going to do is... here under seedlings is I'm going to unpause the improv suggestion. So hey Max, thank you for the $5 donation. I have recommended Coding Garden to my colleague developers. They were totally amazed by the content. You may keep it up. Oh, thank you, Max. That's very nice of you. Awesome. If you're new to Twitch, these are channel points. We call them seedlings here. But basically, the more you watch the show, if you follow, if you join us in a raid, there are various ways of earning seedlings. You can see that here. And this specific reward costs 1,337 seedlings. So it's pretty much going to only be for people that have watched the show a little bit. But once I enable it, you'll be able to suggest one word. And that word should not be technology specific. I repeat, nothing technology. You shouldn't say React. You shouldn't say Vue. You shouldn't say anything like that. All I need is a single word, like banana or apple or orange. I know I just said fruits. It doesn't have to be fruits. It just has to be a word. Car. Yes, car. So I'm going to enable this. The first 10 people to redeem it, we're going to build an app that somehow incorporates all 10 of those things. Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I get a smile in the chat if you're ready? Here's the thing. There are people that are ready. And the moment I enable this, it's just going to fill up. It's just going to fill up. No, we're not ready. Okay, I have a listener here that's going to be listening for the reward redemptions. It's going to generate a markdown file, so that's pretty cool. All right, here we go. Cola, WebP. Wait, what? That's a technology. We'll figure something out. Arrow, kebab, soccer, ripple, test, AI, wasps, and DOF. Now, DV Man, I don't know if this actually was a test, but regardless, we're going to use this suggestion in the app. Does that mean we're going to write tests? Probably not. But great. Thank you, everyone, for those suggestions. That's it. That's 10 of them. So here we go. DOF. What does DOF even mean? These are. I will say these are some of the weirdest suggestions we've ever gotten. Oh, dog. Okay, thank you. They misspelled dog. They were just in such a hurry. Okay. So we have our suggestions. We've got Cola. We've got WebP. If you're not familiar with WebP, this is actually an image encoding that's used on the web. Maybe we'll have like a GIF with a soft G, GIF, which actually can be encoded as WebP. We got arrow, kebab, soccer, ripple, test, AI, wasps, and dog. Actually, can I cross this out like this? Shiv. I mean GIF, right? Yeah. Okay. Let me update the working on command. Just so people can see a list of the suggestions. And then we'll start writing some code. I mean, I basically have to leave in 1 hour, so that's our time limit. Oh, it is? If it's a GIF. Yeah. Okay. This is bad. It's fine. We'll make it work. We will always make it work. Now, I will say, I'm running very low on sleep. And usually when I'm running low on sleep, I'm like less creative. I'm a little bit slower. I don't know. I'm going to try my best. Cool. Let me update that. How would I do production grade logging of different things like login attempts or something like that in Node.js? Typically with like failed login attempts, you probably just store that in your database. Because that way you can have a foreign key reference to the user they were trying to log in as. You can do queries and stuff like that, but yeah. Not a huge workload. I've just got so many Pokemon cards in my life. That's why... so many Pokemon cards, which is why I'm not streaming as much, honestly. That's the reason. That's the reason I don't stream as often. Okay, let's figure out what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set like a 5-minute timer, and hopefully, after 5 minutes are up, we will have a general idea of what we're going to build that incorporates all of that. Hey, Lil Flu. I feel like your name was different, but I remember Flu. Welcome back. All right, Cola. WebP. Okay, so we've got, maybe we can have GIFs of some kind. We could be pointing to GIFs based on something. Kebab is food. Something about soccer. Ripple is interesting. We could do something with an animation. I mean, technically, like if you look at material design, it has a ripple effect. So I don't know if I might have forgotten to mention, but all of these are open to my interpretation. I can do whatever I want. It's my show. But if you check out material design, let's just look at Viewtify, which is one implementation of material design. And if you look at the buttons, we can look at UI components and then buttons. This is a ripple effect. So, I mean, we could use something like material. We could write one unit test. We could write one unit test. The thing is, I realize people like to see me. There are a lot of people out there that like test-driven development. They like to see tests. But here's the thing: there are people watching that aren't very technical, and if you do something with tests, you lose half of your audience immediately. Hey, Axe, thank you for that resub. No, testing for development makes a lot of sense in production. This is not production. This is just a guy on Twitch writing code and people decide to watch him. So, a game where you shoot a ball into goals with kebabs as points. We could just, okay, I mean, maybe. We could, one test to test them out. Well, when you start a React app, it has just one test. Like, does the app start without crashing? We could do that. Kebab. A kebab it's a stick with a bunch of food on it, right? Kebab. Right? So, well, I'm thinking of a shish kebab. These are like gyros or doners or shawarmas. Oh, we could do kebab. Yeah, that's a shawarma. I'm thinking of a shish kebab, like this, which is a stick with a bunch of things on it. Now, we don't necessarily have to use food, but we could kebab something. And I mean, maybe we can incorporate these two because it's an arrow and then it becomes a kebab. What if it's a chain of animation, so GIFs. So like you have one GIF and then you click on it and that somehow searches for some other random GIF and points to it. And maybe we could use these as GIF search terms. It's going to be a completely useless app. But it's kind of like I guess a game of telephone where you start with a term. Let's say you get some sort of random GIF from some sort of GIF API. That's loaded onto the page. And then you get some random GIF based off of that one? Maybe? Am I crazy? GIF with a soft G. We can call it an animated image. The A? Brain.js? Recursive image search? Mark's idea is really good. Hey, PJ Keller, thank you for that 6-month resub. Hello. What did Mark say? Mark. Make a game with P5. Oh, possibly. Yo, that's another thing that could be interesting. Like if we can somehow incorporate Twitch chat or maybe a Discord bot. Oh, using like Brain.js. Let's see how much time. No, not that. Suggest again, Mark. We only have a minute left. I mean, we could take as long as we want to come up with the idea. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, like, I can't overthink this. That's what first came to my mind, so I'm probably gonna do that. Let's look and see what we have in Brain.js. Like, what are some of the things available to us? What if when we extracted GIF, we could use some sort of AI to detect what's in the image and then use that as our next GIF search? How many of you are gonna stop watching if I keep saying GIF this way? I think that's the idea. And like the seed for the initial image that shows up could be one of these other terms. Me. I'll stop trying to stop saying it. Okay, but something. Did I just think what just happened? Oh, layer. Thank you for that 3-month resub. Very much appreciated. GIF? All right, what can... Okay, there's the timer. I think that's the idea. So, let me put this into words. The idea. An initial GIF is presented on the page. Click the GIF to retrieve another somewhat related GIF. You are done after, I don't know, 4 or 5 images. Actually, we could just do it. We could do it forever. You could just keep generating. It could be something really, really weird. No, it's GIF, like gin. J-I-N, like the drink. Gin. GIF. Well, we don't write gin. J-I-N. You can make the same argument in the other direction. Okay, an initial GIF is presented on the page. Click the GIF to retrieve another somewhat related GIF based on AI recognition of the initial image. Okay, this is a completely useless app, but maybe we'll learn something about Brain.js. All right, we're gonna do a quick poll of what we should build this with. I kind of just want to use vanilla JavaScript because I don't know how easy it's going to be to incorporate all these things, but, you know, this is a bit of a democracy. Every time we hear GIF, a person leaves. It is just going to be a front-end app. I don't think I'm going to have any back-end. It's completely front-end, but should we use Vue, React, Svelte, or vanilla? No lib. Those are your options. Vote now. You have a minute. And while you're voting, I'm going to look at Brain.js. Okay, it's simple to use. Let's look at the examples. An XOR function, simple letter detection. Can I do anything with images? Rock, paper, scissors? Is my chat like notification? What do you mean? This is just a custom Electron app that I built. It's listening for Twitch chat, and then it's just displaying them, and it's in a transparent window. Yeah, what's winning? Oh, look at that. Look at that. I've what's the word? Because I said it, most people are voting for that. You don't have to vote for that. You can vote for whatever you want. What about ml5.js? Because I think that has some image things in it. I did influence the vote. Image classifier? I think that's what I want. Yeah, because the classifier will return what it thinks is in the image. Does it work with the GIF though? We might have to get like the first frame of the GIF, if that's even possible. Okay, we're gonna use vanilla, meaning we're not gonna use any library. I guess we can use something like Parcel. That way we can be a little bit modern and use like imports and exports. Oh, not that. Oh, this is Flavio. Check out Flavio. Here's a blog on how to fix the regenerator runtime error, which we might actually run into. So I'm gonna keep that tab open. But parceljs.org. This is a web application bundler. So what it allows you to do is write modern like JavaScript. I guess we use Vite. I've never used Vite before. But is it as nice? So the thing I like about Parcel is it's zero config. Everything is just built in. You don't have to configure it at all. Everything just works. With this, you will need plugins of sorts. So we're gonna use Parcel. There's also Snowpack. Regardless, basically what you can do is you can define a file, add a link to a JavaScript file, and then Parcel will automatically find that link and then do all of the modern builds and imports and stuff like that. So this is what we're going to use. So we're just going to start like a basic npm project. So we're going to make a directory called GIF kebab. Hey, that's a good name. GIF kebab. And then we're going to init it. This is our package JSON. It's going to keep track of our dependencies because we can install dependencies like ml5, stuff like that. Okay. We need some codes. So over here in this folder, GIF kebab, we'll create a new file called index.html. We'll just have like a basic HTML template, and we'll add the title, GIF kebab. Is there a kebab emote? Let's see what food emotes there are. That's kind of like one. What is that called? Anybody know what that's called? What's up, Greenie? Thanks for being here. Using NPM as antithetical to the spirit of vanilla. We're still going to use mainly vanilla Java. We're not using a library. We're not using like a UI framework. It's a Dango? What's a Dango? I've never heard of that. Okay, so what we need is a script reference. I'm going to create a directory called source. We'll create a file called index.js, and that's going to have our main codes. So create a folder called source. Inside of there, we have a file called index.js. And for now, I'll just log hello world. How does the Electron app not get in the way? Practice. Lots and lots of practice. If you do !theme, you can see my VS Code theme. Okay, so this is going to bring in that. That's going to log to the console. I think we're good to go. We need to install Parcel Bundler as a dependency. So we don't have to actually have to install this globally. We can just install it in this specific project. So if I do npm I Parcel Bundler, that's just going to install it in this folder for this project. And then I can add a dev task to build the thing. And to build it, it's just as easy as this. I'll show you. So I'll say start. npm start is going to be parcel index.html. So you just point it to the HTML file. It figures out all the JavaScript and does all the nice bundling and stuff like that. Hey, Freeman! Thank you very much for that raid. Welcome, raiders. You have just arrived at the coding garden. We write code here, and right now we're doing coding improv. If you do working on, you can see a list of all the suggestions that we got from chat, and now it is my task to build some sort of web app that incorporates all of these suggestions. So welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for that raid. Okay. Now, oh, the contents of the file is newer. That makes sense. Don't save, because whenever I did the install, it added Parcel Bundler here, so I can't edit it while I was doing that. So we need a start script, which is just going to be parcel index.html. For some reason, we have two high security vulnerabilities. Why? Why Parcel? Are they fixable? Nope. Is there a newer version of Parcel? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's dependent on node forwards. I'm actually this is the state of attempting to use something like this. Now I'm curious. Like if we look at it on npm, wait, this was last published a year ago? Is Parcel no longer a thing? It really doesn't matter for this. No, it doesn't matter at all. Okay, Parcel, you need to update your website. This is what I need. I need to add Parcel next. So if being a JavaScript developer, this is the state of things. You spend more time worried about tooling than you do about building the actual app. I swear, after we do this, we're done. We're gonna actually work on the app and not on tooling. So we're gonna install Parcel next. Hopefully that'll work. Hey, what's up, Staffy Boy? Thanks for being here. Appreciate the kind words. Oh, thank you, Real Twin Star. Yo, Jasaurus, welcome. Okay, and for those of you just joining us, so based on all of these suggestions, we've decided upon this random idea of GIF kebab. So basically, you will be presented with an initial GIF that comes back from probably the Giphy random search API, and then we're going to use artificial intelligence to detect what is in that GIF, and then based on what the artificial intelligence detected, we will use that as a seed for the next random GIF, and then you can create several GIFs in a row. GIF with a soft G, GIF. Okay. Is it done? It's not done. I instantly regret. I instantly regret that we've already done this. MD is Markdown. It's a type of markup language. It's basically is a simplified version of HTML, because actually you can render this. So like a hashtag or a pound symbol represents a header 1. This represent stars and indentation represent lists. These represent lists with checkboxes. So check it out. If we preview this, that document that I'm working on actually looks like this. So Markdown's really great. And in like Git repos like this file that we're looking at was created with Markdown. I would say, yeah, it's similar to latex. 35 vulnerabilities? If you do exclamation mark hair, you'll get a reason why my hair isn't green anymore. I guess this means I should use Snowpack. No, this means, did I spell it wrong? This means I should not use any bundler. We're not going to use a bundler. We've wasted, what, 10 minutes? Wait, I thought I just uninstalled it. How do I still have... I have vulnerability. Oh, I have to do... Wait, no. Oh, because I installed Parcel. I thought we added a cooldown to some of the commands. Okay, so at this point, we forget about everything we just did. We remove the package JSON. We remove the package lock. We remove the node modules. And we just forget about all of that. And we're back to just a basic HTML file that has a JavaScript file. I think what we'll at least do is set the type to module. Is this the thing? What's the attribute to set it as module? First person to tell me gets 10 invisible points. Type module. Okay, I could use no, we're not going to worry about it. We need to actually write some code. Okay, so that brings us in. We should see hello world. And for this, I'm just going to use a static dev server. Like, there's no build process. Light server. Why are you trying to close? Light server looks at changes on the file system and then automatically refreshes the page if anything changed. But it's just a completely static file, or a completely static server serving up static files. There we go. It works. It says hello world. Okay. And Julian, thank you for the 100 bits. Now let's actually start writing some code. I can't believe we made it this far, and we're not writing code. Now, first of all, I think I'm just going to incorporate the term ripple that was provided by Roger Voth. Thank you very much, Roger Voth. And to do that, I'm just going to add some material design to this to make it look nice. So materialized CSS is one implementation of material design, and if we look at components and we look at buttons have that ripple. You see that ripple effect? So this is our interpretation of that. So let's just go ahead and add this CSS to our app, and we'll get some nice buttons for like generating the next GIF and things like that. So let's create like a let's create a main element, and then inside of it actually above that we'll probably have like the header, and then for the header we can use like the nav bar. That was materializing. A 100 kilobyte ripple. Yeah, I mean, we're going to use all the UI components. That's just one of them. Yeah, so we want this nice little nav bar up at the top of the page. So that's fine. Put that right there. And the name of the app is GIF Kebab. Ripple is a cryptocurrency. Did anyone else? I mean, of course. I mean, if you're into crypto, you probably saw that Ethereum is way up. I bought 1.8 Ethereum in 2016 for like $300 a piece. So 300 times 1.8. And it's now worth a few thousand, so that's cool. I haven't done anything else with it. Okay, so in doing this, we should get a nice little nav at the top of the page. Let's see. Oh, no, we didn't add the link, did we? No, we need to link the CSS file. Stonks. So if we go back to getting start, yeah, I'm just hodling all day long. I'll just hold it for what, 100 years, and in 100 years it'll be worth $1 million a piece, and then I can retire. So what we did is we added this link to the materialized CSS file. That should give us some nice stylings here on the GIF Kebab. Let's see. Are you ready? Oh, look at that! Look at that! Beautiful. Okay, so now we need a random GIF. And for that, we're going to use the Giphy API, because they have an endpoint that'll get us back a random GIF. Now, I could sign up as a developer and get an API key, but a lot of people just post their API keys in GitHub, so I'm going to find one. We're going to find an API key on GitHub and just use it, because that's how I'm feeling right now. So get a random ID endpoint. So you make a request to this endpoint, this will give you back a random ID, and then you can make a second request with that ID to get the actual GIF information. So let's do that now. So here's, I mean, it's not that bad. Like the API keys, I don't believe are paid for. I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm just literally going to search GitHub for that API URL. We're going to look at any code that includes that. Like this. This person, yeah, look at that. There's a nice little API key from Soulful, published 4 days ago. Thank you, Soulful, for your API key. Oh, nice. And they also included a rating of G, so that's great. So if we do this, it works. It works. Don't put your API keys on GitHub, friends. Okay, so here's what I need to do. I need to write some JavaScript that makes a request here. And then, yeah, actually, yeah, we'll do the right thing and open an issue. Catspot? You know what? It could be in their commit history, because this is an older file. But if we look at this, no, it's still there. Java? What are you doing, Java? We're busy. New issue. Remove API key from source code. Hey, I just searched GitHub for this part. You should consider invalidating the key and using an environment variable instead. Smile. Happy smile. There we go. No, the API key does work. Check this out. We get a response. Okay, so now we're going to write some JavaScript code. We need a function that's called getRandomGIF. And this will make a request to that specific URL. So our URL is going to be this, and then we need to make a request to it. So I'm going to make this an async function. We can use fetch, which is built into the web browser. We don't need any libraries. We just make a request to that specific URL. We get back the response, and then we need to parse that response as JSON. And then we have it, so we can log it out to the console. So when the page loads, I'm going to call getRandomGIF and then log out the response. So we can see here that when the page loads, we get back this data with the random ID. Now, this is a quick little lesson in using making API requests that are dependent on each other. So if we look at the Giphy documentation, wait, did it submit or not? Did it not submit? There's no open issue, or is there? It didn't submit. Okay, we gotta click the button. Would you trust a programmer who leaves his API key in a publicly available? It depends. So here's the thing. Specifically with an API like this, you don't really have to worry about abuse because you're not being charged for usage. The worst thing that could happen is the bot that they wrote will stop working because their API key has been used for too many requests. But then that would time out after like a day or so. So this is not a huge deal for something like this. Now, if you're publishing like deploy keys and AWS secrets, that's an issue. Now, back to the lesson. Let's do a quick... Should we do a YouTube video? I'm not going to do a YouTube video in the middle of this. A quick lesson in dependent requests. So we made a request here. That gives us back a random ID, this ID here. Now, with this ID, we don't have the random GIF just yet. Yeah, a quick aside. There are people literally write bots that search GitHub source code to find AWS keys, and then just like do bad things. Chad here? What's up, Chad? I missed your message. Hey, welcome, Chad. We can start now. Okay, but I need to use this ID to make another request to the API to get back the actual GIF information, like the URL to the GIF. So this is a second request, GIFs / some specific GIF ID. So let's call this the random response. And we'll call this the random JSON. And then we need to make another request. So we'll call this the image response. And we need to make a fetch request to this endpoint. https://api.giphy.com/v1/gifs/gif ID. So we need to put the GIF ID right there to make the request. So I'm using a template literal. And this should just be random JSON.someProperty. So random JSON.data.random ID. Hot tip: if you in the dev tools, if you right click, I believe you can right click an object and like copy. Why isn't this working? Copy path, copy property path. Oh, is that a Chrome thing? Oh well. We'll do it manually, but it's in this case it's going to be random JSON.data.random ID. So that is now going to use the response from the previous request, make a request to this endpoint with that random ID. The other thing is we need the API key, so we should probably reuse that here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a variable called API key. That's actually going to get the key itself right here. And I'm going to put that in this variable. Great. The other thing that's common between these two variables is the base URL. So I'm going to create a variable called base URL, which is just api.giphy.com/v1, like that. Now I can use these to reuse this URL multiple places. Yeah, so this becomes backticks, and we can say we need the base URL /random ID /API key and rating cheat. Great. So that's the actually we'll just do it in line here, like this. Yeah, so because we're on the front end, this API key is going to get exposed anyway, so there really isn't a use for .env unless I built my own API that proxied this request. Cool, and then we can reuse that base URL right here as well. So this becomes base URL. Great. So if we've done everything correctly, we should be able to make a request to get the random ID, then use that random ID to get the image information. So let's go ahead and parse this as JSON and see what we get back. So we're going to call this the image JSON. Image response JSON. And if it works, we can just add the image to the page. No API key found in request. Good call. So in this URL, we're appending the key like this, API key equals API key. We need to do that on this URL as well. So random ID, question mark, query string, API key. So that should work. There we go. And so now we get back this not found. I'm probably passing in the random ID wrongly, in the wrong way. So let's just make sure that that's a thing. And we'll see what we're actually getting back here. Okay, so we get this URL wrongly. Oh, rating equals G, so we don't get any weird not safe for work GIFs that appear on the screen. So that gives us back this, and then we made a request. We can check out the network tab to see exactly the URL we made the request to, but we made a request to GIFs/that ID, and that's giving us a 404. Oh, I see. Wait, no. This editor is called VS Code. If you do ! VS Code, you can get more info about it. Get GIFs by ID. Oh, this is the wrong ID. Right? That does not look the same. Oh, I need /GIFs. No, I have that. So base URL /GIFs/random ID. The ID that we're getting doesn't look right. Let's reassess this information. Oh, we don't want the random ID endpoint. No, we want the random endpoint. We've messed up. We only have to make a single request. If we were to actually read the docs, we would realize that we're calling the wrong endpoint. So, well, that's fine. All we need to do is make a request here. And that just immediately gives us back a random gist. Yes. This is your friendly reminder to just read the docs. So if we make a request to gif/random/API key, pass it in, that's actually going to give us back a random image. Excuse me. There we go. There we go. And we can take a look at the fixed height. We don't want the embed URL. Let's check out the image URL. Yeah. Good enough. Rating equal G. So if we look in their docs, rating equal G just limits the kind of GIFs that we get back. And on Giphy, it's possible to have like not safe for work images and stuff like that. So we don't want that here. So that's great. And if we refresh the page, we should get another random one. And we'll look at it again. So we want the image URL. And this time, it's that. Great. Great. We've been coding for, what, 30 minutes? And we've made one API request. It's going swimmingly. So now what we want to do is, I mean, we don't necessarily, I guess we want a random one. We kind of want to use one of the things provided here as like the initial seed. So maybe we could do a search and then pick a random one. Maybe that's actually what we need to do. Yeah, so I will say we've incorporated Ripple. And we're kind of incorporating WebP because it's a GIF. We need to do the arrows. It's going to be a kebab. We'll try to write one test. We're going to have the AI do the detection. But all of these here are going to be we're going to pick one of these randomly to be the initial search term, which makes the image appear. Yeah. We're not making much progress at all today, but that's okay. Let's look back at their API docs. Where'd they go? Here. Because I guess they have a search endpoint. Oh. Filter results by a specified tag for random. That's what we... Okay, so we can still use the random endpoint, but we're going to choose a random tag to specify what we start with. So let's do this. We'll have an array of tags. And that's going to be all of these things. Let's see if I can keyboard foo this. Are you all ready for some magic? Done. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick one of these at random. And we'll use that as the tag. Someone's always amazed when I do something like that. So we'll use one of these as the tag in the request. So now what we can do over here is we can say and tag equals that, one of the tags, so random tag. And so we need a random tag. Let's create a function that gets it. Outstanding. Oh, thank you. A solid 10. We'll say get random tag. So we're going to write a little function that picks one of these at random when the page loads, or whenever we need to get one. So this is a function that needs to find a random index. So we'll do math.floor of math.random. Let's take a quick stretch. Do I have a chat command that links to my keyboard shortcuts? I'm actually just using keyboard shortcuts that are built into every computer. I don't use Vim or anything like that. Like on a Mac, command left goes to the left, command right goes to the right. Alt left jumps over tokens, like words. Combine that with shift, and then combine that with something built into VS Code, which is the multi-cursor. So right now I have a comma selected, so if I press Command D, it'll select the next comma it finds, and now I have multiple cursors and I can type in multiple places. Okay, so math.random returns a random number between 0 and 1, I think not including 1, and if we multiply that by the length of the number of tags, that's going to give us a random number between 0 and the length of the array. We drop the decimal with math.floor, and that should give us a random number, a random index into that tags array. And then we just need to return tags at that random index. Choosing a word randomly is not code. No, this is absolutely improv. The code is improvising. The code is deciding what the tag is going to be. And actually, let's log out what our random tag is going to be. And at this point, we'll also log out the actual image URL. It'll be easier to click. So if we go into data.image URL. Like that. There we go. So we searched for cola, and then we got back this GIF. Beautiful. Now if we refresh the page, it searches for cola again. Oh, it searches for dog now, and we get Snoop Dogg. Now it searches for wasps. Oh, okay. I guess trigger warning if you're afraid of bees. Oh, okay. That's a nice bee. Okay, awesome. All right, we're making progress. So, I mean, technically, in one fell swoop, I have incorporated all of these things. Now comes the part for the AI. So first of all, let's just get this image on the page. So when the page loads, it actually appears on the page. So let's have a div here. Let's call this, give it an ID of kebab. And basically, I'm going to add a new item here each time. And then in my JavaScript, I need to reference that element. So we'll call this the kebab element. We're going to use document.querySelector to get the thing with the ID kebab. And then we need to create an image and append it to that element. So we'll create the image element. We'll say document.createElement. We're going to create an image tag. We're going to set the src of the image to be this URL that we got, like that. No jQuery, no libraries. So create the element, set the image source to be the image URL we got back from the API, and then append it to the kebab element. So right here, we'll just say kebab element.append child image element. And now, when the page loads, we actually should get the image on the page like that. It's beautiful. Wow, that must be soccer. He's wearing a soccer jersey. Nice. This is great. If this is all we build today, I'm happy. But now comes the fun part. So what we want to do is we want to use machine learning to analyze this image and extract some key terms. So we found the image classifier in ML5, and specifically, it is able to extract what it thinks is inside of that image. So we're going to get a random GIF, we're going to use this to extract the terms, and then we're going to use one of those terms to get another random GIF. It's a GIF kebab. It's a GIF kebab. Okay. Let's get some styling going. Oh, thank you, Murdoch. Much appreciated. Yeah, if you click that link, it's a general overview of keyboard shortcuts that will work absolutely anywhere. You don't need anything installed. And those are the ones that I use. Let's close some tabs. Okay. What I'm curious of is, does ML5 work with a GIF? So technically, you can pass it an image element reference. I don't know if it's going to get like the first frame in the GIF. Let's try it. Yeah, so what we might need to do is render this GIF onto a canvas to extract a frame from it or something like that. But let's try to get this going somehow. So we need to bring in ML5 setup. I need like a getting started. I believe they have like a CDN link. Yeah, this is beautiful. So you literally just pull the script tag in for ML5, and then we can use it on the page. So I'm going to add that right below our CSS here. And then we need to create a classifier, then load an image. That's using P5. We're not using P5 specifically, but now that we have it, we should be able to do something like this. Just paste this in and then we'll adjust accordingly. So we create a classifier that uses the MobileNet, what's the word for this? MobileNet model. It uses a pre-trained model. This is JavaScript, yeah. So this uses a pre-trained model called MobileNet. And then when it's ready, it's going to call this function model loaded. So we'll put that above here. Great. And then we can make a prediction by selecting a specific element, and then we get back the results. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say when the model is loaded, we're going to get a random GIF. So the page will load. We're gonna wait. Where'd that code go? Did I get rid of it? We want to keep that. So when the page loads, it's gonna load this model. When it's done loading, we're going to request a random GIF, and then after we've added it to the page is when we can create a classifier. So I mean, technically, we should be able to just pass in this image element right here and see if it gives us back something. So the flow is load the model, get a random GIF, pass that random GIF into the classifier, and then we should get back some results if it works on GIFs. I have no idea if it's going to work on GIFs. Error. Requested texture size 0x0 is invalid. That's a cool GIF, though. MobileNet is a specific pre-trained model. I think what we might need to do is extract out like the first frame in the GIF and then pass that as the image. Yeah, it's a neural network that is already trained. Thank you, MilkyDev. And hello, MilkyDev. Thanks for being here. Let me just search really quick to see if anybody's done it. ml5 image classifier with a GIF. Okay. Wait. Does the image classifier accept a video? I believe they accept videos, and I believe we can actually get the GIF as a video. HTML video element if given in the constructor. Yeah, so this takes an image element. So it takes a video element. If we can get back like an MP4 from Giphy, I think that is good. That'd be better. Then we wouldn't have to extract a frame. So let's see what we get back from Giphy. That model takes a while to load. So if we look at the data, do we get back like a WebP? Oh, there's an MP4. There's an MP4. Haha. Okay, so if we take the MP4 URL and put it in a video element instead. Okay, so here we go. Video element. So we're going to create a video. And then this becomes the video element. And the source is data.image MP4 URL. Then we pass in the video element. The other thing we can do, though, is on this video element, we can say set attribute loop to true. So we want it to loop forever. We want it to be muted so that there's no sound and that the browser will autoplay it. Like that. Let's see what happens. How do I have so many viewers? Operation is insecure. Oh no! Yeah, because people are watching. They want to watch. Okay, so the image URL or the video URL potentially has to deal with cores. And to be able to classify it, this library needs to be able to download the image data. So we actually need to run this image through like a cores proxy. Oh yeah, Twitch might be promoting my channel. Interesting. Also, we got raided by Kip Boga last week, and I'm sure there are a lot of Boga people here today. That's probably why our numbers are so high. Okay, this operation is insecure. Now we could spin up just like a local like cores image proxy. Yeah. Bogey. Now I'm curious, if we try to pass this through cores anywhere, will cores anywhere let us load a video? Let's see. So here we go. Here's what we're gonna try. We're gonna set the source to be to be to that same URL, but we're gonna proxy it. Excuse me. Oh, nice, Henry. That's good to hear. We're gonna proxy it through Heroku to this specific cores anywhere instance. Oh, there's literally someone called Bogey, which will add cores header and potentially allow it to happen. Let's see if this works. I'm doubtful. Model loaded. Okay, line 20. Okay, we don't see it on the page, but line 22. Oh, that's the tag here. So we're getting soccer. And then we didn't. Oh, cores anywhere just errored out. Yeah, okay. It's slow because it needs to load the model first. We'll add a we'll try to add a like a loading image. Just to show that something's happening. So DOM exception operation is insecure. So if we look at ML, we're just going to search the web for ml5 image classifier. The operation is insecure. And I very much think it has to do with the fact that the URL to this video is on some server that doesn't support cores. And also, I only have like 10 minutes left. And yeah, I think we might do this, Meinricht. I don't know if I can do it in 10 minutes, but we might just extract a frame from the GIF. It's not a bug, it's a feature. This helped me so much. Wait, it should be an HTTPS URL, right? This is HTTPS, this is does anyone watch Bob's Burgers? That's what Tina does on Bob Burger. No, that's HTTPS. What do we do? I really have so they're modifying Firefox settings, which is going to change your settings for everywhere on the web. I don't want to do that. Yeah, operation is insecure. They probably have to use a canvas or something like that. Give me 1 second. I'm pretty sure I have an image. Not that. I'm pretty sure I have an image proxy out there somewhere. Should I just extract a frame from the GIF? We're so close. There's just like a few more things we need to do. And also, I need to restart this chat overlay. Because, struggling. So close, yet so far. Extract a frame? Is that what I should do? You're right, but you're right, because if I wanted to extract a frame, I'd have to render it onto a canvas, and to render it onto a canvas, that would have cores issues. So I need some sort of cores image proxy. Give me 1 moment. I think I have one. And it's all gonna come together. I swear. I don't swear. It might come together. And if it doesn't, this is coding improv. Who said it was gonna work? I didn't say it was gonna work. Okay. Okay, if this works, I'm gonna be really excited. Now, here's the thing. It's a proxy I wrote that's running on Glitch, which is a free hosting service. And if we're loading a bunch of MP4s through it, we're probably gonna get rate limited at some point. But I think this might work. Let's see. It sort of worked, but we still got operation is insecure. Okay. In the data, okay. Yeah, I'll show you my screen. So the only thing is I don't want to give away what the proxy URL is just yet, so I'm not going to. But I'll say it. Really quick. Okay, so do we get back a static image? So we get back a bunch of GIFs, but does Giphy give us back just like the first frame of the GIF? Because that could work. Let's actually just use the image URL. Okay, again, I'm gonna hide my screen. This is fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna get there. Thank you for all those follows coming in. We're really struggling this morning, but we're gonna get there. There's an images object in the response. Let's see. Okay. I think we're gonna have to do this. I think we are gonna have to use the GIF, and then we'll use my proxy, which I'll show you. But hey, don't use it. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it in a variable so you can't see it. Just know that you need a cores image proxy. No, you all are gonna try to bring it down, just like you always do. Okay, I'll show you my screen now. So, here we go. I've gone back to an image element because my proxy only supports images. And then we have a URL that's proxying this specific image URL. And so you just replace with your own cores image proxy, and then we're appending the element to the page and then passing in that image element. Now, we're technically still getting the error about, well, we're getting the error that we initially got about requested texture size of 00, and I think that's because it is a GIF. It is not a an image, but we need to extract a frame now. What's the easiest way to extract a frame from a GIF? There's no built-in browser. Oh, I need to render it to a canvas and then take a base64 snapshot of the canvas, right? Right? Can I do this in, what, 5 minutes? Rename to JPG? Honestly? Let's just see if that even loads anything. Well, no, because it's a dot GIF. But let's see really quick. Like, if we take a look at that data again, rendering to a canvas will give me the first frame, and then I could do to base64 URL. A proxy is just we're sending it through another server, and that other server is setting the right headers to add the right security to allow our browser to do this. But let's try this. Yeah. So if we go to the image URL and we do .jpeg, it just loads the GIF anyways. Load, inline, draw image. You pass in Okay. JavaScript get first frame of GIF. What's in the images array? Oh, here's one. 480 still. This could work. This could work. Let's see if the recognition library works with it, and then if it works, we can put this on the page, hide it, only show the GIF, but use this as the detection, and then we don't have to extract out the first frame. Oh, well, that's not going to work because you can't have properties that begin with a number. Why you do that, Giphy API? It didn't work. It didn't work. It's fine. Yeah, so here's the thing. We have not yet had a coding improv show where it didn't work at the end. So there's the first for everything. There's a first for everything. Do I need to wait for the image to load? It's possible. Yeah, let's wait for that. Is it on load or just load? Part 2. No. We're going to get this done right now. The thing is, the image didn't even appear on the page, which I'm scared about. Like, why isn't it even showing up on the page? Yeah, we saw that the JPEG URL actually worked. Hey, DJ McMuffin, thank you for that primary sub. All your exams are finally done. Congrats. Did we do .data, .images, and then this? It's Larry. Oh, I see. It's a nested object. Yes, I am. Thank you, Imhal. So that .url. Okay, we're gonna get there. I swear. We're at least gonna get this to show up on the page and at least get some. What do you call it? The operation is insecure. Okay. But now, if we pass it through the API, the core's image URL or image proxy, will it work? Will it work? I just want to see some recommendations or like some detections by this ml5 library. That's all. The operation is insecure. Missed a slash in the proxy URL? Well, I'm pretty sure I have the variable set up to do the right thing. Yeah, because the variable actually, or the URL actually takes a query string. Welcome back, Abel. Let me just see. Yeah, it's loading it through there. Oh, well. Call it a loss, right? I think we're done. I have to go. I have a meeting I have to get to. I'm definitely at HTTPS. Well, the thing is, localhost is technically a secure context. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try this in Chrome really quick. And if it works in Chrome, I'm going to be really mad at Firefox. Oh, okay. Failed to execute text image 2D. This is a way better error message in Chrome. This is something that's Googleable. Failed to execute text image 2D on WebGL2 rendering context. Tainted canvases may not be loaded. It's tainted. How do we fix this? Set the image element attribute cross origin to anonymous. Hey, calm down, Titan Fuss. No, this is a safe for work stream. Tainted. worked! It worked! Does it work in Firefox? No, that was Firefox. It works! Okay, what did we get back? We got sweatshirt, jersey, t-shirt, and mask! Try again. Try again. It was the tainted canvas. Dang it, the error in Firefox just led us astray. It led us astray. Okay, I think we can do this. Basically, all we need to do now is we need a button that says next. And when you click next, we're gonna pick one of these steel drum, bulletproof vest, prison house. We're gonna pick one of these and then make another request with that specific tag until, yeah. And also we're gonna be we need to display, yeah, what happens if we display the GIF instead? Was it just image URL? We could display the text. I'm really out of time. I'm out of time. Yeah, what happens if we load it with a GIF? Chihuahua! West Highland White Terrier! Eskimo dog! It works with a GIF! Okay, first of all, we need a loading image to show on the page while things are, because it's just a blank right now. This will have to do, because we don't have time. Copy image location. All right, so in the HTML, we need a loader, just like right here. We'll give it an ID of loading. And then, yeah, have a meeting. I mean, technically, it starts at 11. So. Oh, that's web. Will that work? Well, does WebP work in an image tag? Yes. Look at that. Now we just need to hide it after it's done loading. So let's throw that in a variable. Loading element equals, what's a GIF kebab? A GIF kebab. All right. And so after we get the random GIF, and after it has loaded, then we set the style display to be none. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just take it down after. What's funny is loading this library actually it happens, I guess, in the foreground, so you can see that it literally hangs. Like if we watch the loading image, cool. All right. Yeah, we probably should. Yeah, so let's show the random tag underneath the image. I need to go. I always need to go, but okay. We'll call this the image wrapper. Create a div. Like that. And then we're going to append the image wrapper to the kebab element, and we're going to append the image element to the image wrapper. Cool, but what that will allow us to do is also append the tag to the page. So if we create a p tag, so like we'll call this the tag element. Create an element that's a p tag, set its text content to be the tag. And then that should show up on the page too. It should show up right below the image. One more thing. Is it there? I can't tell. We didn't append it? Oh, image wrapper append the tag element. Great. And then without even looking at it, let's add some styles, because everything's ugly right now. So we're just going to add a styles.css file. This goes in here. We'll set the loading element to have a text align of center. That should center the loading image. And then we'll create a class for the image wrapper that has a display flex. Hey, Catsamillion, thank you for that sub. Very much appreciated. Okay, what were we doing? Display, flex, flex direction, column, justify content, center, align items, center. Yeah, easy enough. And then also we'll set the body. No, we don't have a unit. We'll put test in the list of tags. And then the body will have a font family. Well, actually, the font family should be already chosen for us by Materialize. All right. This is the winner. Here we go. So it's loading. It's loading. And then it says arrow. Beautiful. Let's also set the text align to center. And we'll do the text transform as uppercase. So it should be nice and in the center. Below the image. Wasps. Oh, there it is. It just took a while to load. Wait, why isn't it in the center? Because we need to put this class on the image wrapper. All right. We're almost there. Whew. Okay, image wrapper. Image wrapper. Class list. Add. The image wrapper class. This is the winner. Yeah, thank you, a standard error. Great. Great. So we have dog. Now, we'll have a button, and when you press it, we need to get another one based on what was detected in this image. Yes, okay, so once we get back the results, that's like an array of suggestions, right? It is a cute dog. He's working. He's using the iPad. Look at him. But are we really sure it's a dog? Well, we'll see. Let's see what we detected. We detected holster, seat, and backpack. I mean, that's what I guess what creates the kebab. But basically, I need to put all of these in an array and choose a random one. Seat is technically correct. Yes, you're right. There is a seat in the picture. I mean, I think I'm gonna get all of these labels and then just choose a random one. So we have a function get random. Well, we'll say get labels, and this takes in the classification. Did I spell that right? And then we just need to return classification dot. No, it's an array, so we can reduce it to another array. So we have the we'll call this tags, and we have the specific result. We're going to reduce this whole thing to an array. And so we'll return tags.concat with result.label.split on commas and a space. Something like that. Yeah, if we had more time, the user could pick the label, all that good stuff. And then get labels with the results. This should be the labels. Did I do that right? I'll be really surprised if I actually wrote that reduce right on the first try. Now we should get an array of a bunch of labels or an error in the console. Look at that. I know how to JavaScript. Shower curtain, sweatshirt, wardrobe, closet, press. That's not right. That is not what was in the image, but oh well. Miniature pincher. A pug dog, Malinois. Okay. Now, honestly, I want to put some buttons on the page. I really have to go. I always have to go, but that's okay. We want some buttons. I'm going to put a button for each of the resulting things. We're almost there. We're really, really almost there. So I want a button like this. Basically, I want to create a button for every label. So we'll call this the label. But where's the ripple? There's just the fact that I use material design. I don't know. Yeah, ml5. I mean, it's only as good as the model. So we're going to create a div. Inside that div, we're going to have a bunch of buttons. So we'll say label buttons. We want to set the inner HTML to be a bunch of buttons. Actually, I mean, we want to create the buttons. So we'll say labels dot map, not map. We just need to for each. For every label, we need to create a button. So we'll have a button, and we need to create that element, which is a button, and then that just needs these classes. And the text content will be that specific label, and then we need to append that label to the label button. So we'll say label buttons dot append child, this button, and then we'll say the image wrapper, and then we append the buttons to that. This is gonna work. First try, right? First try. Yeah, and we need to add these classes. Can I just set the class name properties? So can I do like button.set attribute class to be this? Or do I have to individually set each one? Should this work? All right, first try. We're gonna get a bunch of buttons on the page, and then I gotta go. Look at that! Bikini, two-piece, wig, slot. All right, we still have 4 minutes. I can add a click handler. When you click, just do it again with a different tag. Just do it again. This is JavaScript. This is JavaScript. Okay, so all we gotta do is this. 4 minutes. I can do it. I can do it. I swear I can do it. I think this is all I have to do. So for each of the buttons, I'll add a click handler. Add event listener for click. And when you click, we want to do it again. So we'll say get random GIF with that specific label. I think we've done, like, that'll do it. I'm pretty sure this is gonna do it. We're not gonna see the loading image. We kind of want to see the loading image. Actually, let's do this. Okay, okay, and then I gotta go. I really gotta go. But we'll put the loading image at the bottom, so that way every time we show it, it will appear there. And then we need to display it, and then we'll hide it afterward. Wait. Yeah, we should hide it like right here-ish. So here, we show it. Okay, this is it. Moment of truth. All right. So we get a random suggestion arrow. We then use machine learning to detect what is in this image. It has detected mask, suit of clothes, seatbelt, or seatbelt. So if I click on mask, look at that. It is now searched Giphy for a mask. And then we use, this is a great image, by the way. We then detect what's in this. We get television, fire engine, fire truck, and desk. Let's go with desk. And then we get back this. This is beautiful, by the way. And we can say pole. And then we get back that. We get paintbrush, can opener, tin opener, bolo tie, bolo. Let's go with can opener. And then we get this. And then we're back to mask. But we get a different mask with different detect. It's a GIF kebab. It's beautiful. We've done it. I can't believe we did it. Okay. Yeah, we did it. We did it, everyone. I knew we could. So we have AI. I guess we need a test. So we'll add a test at the top. We need to just make sure that true is equal to true. And if that logs true, we have a test. Where did it go? Oh, console is not a function. Console.log. Yeah, we tested it live. True. True is equal to true. So that means we have a test, and we have satisfied all of it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This was really fun. Let's just do one more before I go. Let's look for a husky. Oh, look at that. It's not a dog. It's some sort of sports. Let's look for a microphone. Mic drop. We get a ball player. You're a ball player. Snorkel. Jellyfish. I am late for... Okay, I gotta go. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This was super cool. If you want to see the code, I am going to push this up to GitHub in a little bit, but if you check out github.com/codinggarden/coding-improv, all of the code from past episodes is here. All the code I wrote today will be here as well, and then this will be uploaded to YouTube as a video. Everyone say bye, YouTube. Coding... God, we have this emote. This is a fun emote. Bye, YouTube. We're going to raid somebody, so stick around for the raid. Wherever we go, show them lots of love. Drop a follow if you like what they're doing. If you're a sub, this is your raid message. Like so. If you're not a sub, this is your raid message. Like so. And you all are great. Thanks for hanging out. There's a lot of you here. There's a lot, and I appreciate your patience. And thank you, everyone that provided suggestions. No, not yet. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here's this.